You know those huge epic poems, the ones packed with battles and heroes?
The classics.
Well, imagine one of those, but right inside it, there's this intense, forbidden love story. Kind of like Romeo and Juliet, actually.
Ah, yes. With bravery, but also some serious betrayal and maybe even a chance for redemption.
Exactly. And we're talking about a foundational piece of Persian literature here.
For Dowsey's Shahnameh, the Book of Kings, it's
Wow.
massive, full of
But
legends.
today, we're zooming in, right, on one specific, really dramatic story within it, Bijan and Manijeh.
Yeah, it's like this intimate romance playing out against this enormous epic canvas. Really fascinating.
And for you, our listener who suggested this get ready, we're diving back into ancient Persia. It's amazing how the emotions, still feel relevant.
The details you sent over were great, give us a really clear picture to work with,
So yeah, we're going to try and unpack it. The key moments, what makes these characters tick.
and sort of explore why this story, out of everything in the Shahnameh, still grabs people.
Yeah.
So where does it all kick off?
Okay, so the setting is during King Khosrow's time, a wise ruler.
Right. But there's trouble, as there often is, with Turan, the neighboring kingdom.
Yeah, ruled by Afrasia, and the problem isn't an army this time. It's boars, wild boars.
Sent by Afrasia, weirdly enough, to just wreck the farmland over in Arman, part of Iran. It's unconventional warfare, let's say.
Definitely. But it does bring our hero into the picture. Khosrow hears about this mess.
And he calls on Jiv, one of his main guys, and basically says, send your son.
Right, send Bijan. He's young, eager.
And Bijan jumps at the chance, doesn't he? Wants to prove himself.
Totally. So he heads off to Armen. He's got another warrior with him, Gorgon.
And Bijan, he actually does really well. Takes care of the boar problem pretty efficiently. Hero stuff.
The farmers love him. His reputation gets a boost. Seems straightforward, doesn't it?
You think so. But then, human nature kicks in. Gorgon.
The guy with him, more experienced, maybe?
Yeah, more seasoned. And he starts feeling, well, jealous of Bijan getting all the glory.
Ah, okay. That little seed of envy, that's never good.
It's subtle at first, but it's the hinge the whole story turns on, really. How that feeling can just derail things.
So Gorgon, feeling resentful, suggests something. He says, hey, Bijan, let's take a little detour.
Let's check out this beautiful meadow, Khazarvan.
Sounds nice, right? But Khazarvan isn't just anywhere.
No, it's where Turanian nobles hang out, including the women. It's basically Turanian territory.
So Gorgon's painting this picture, making it sound appealing, knowing it's risky. Super risky.
Exactly. Playing on Bijan's youth, his maybe slight arrogance after his success.
And Bijan, he's a bit cautious at first, knows it's Turan.
But Gorgon keeps flattering him, talking up the sights, and eventually Bijan agrees.
So this detour, born out of envy and maybe a bit of naivety, that's the spark.
Yeah, it makes you think, doesn't it? Small choices, hidden motives, big consequences.
Okay, so Bijan gets to Khazarvan, and wow, it is beautiful, just like Gorgon said.
And then he sees her.
Manijeh, Afrasiab's daughter, the princess of the enemy kingdom.
The descriptions are vivid, aren't they? Radiant jewels, attendants, the whole deal. Pure royalty.
And bang! Love at first sight. For both of them.
The story really emphasizes that, the immediacy. Like it was unavoidable, just boom, they connect. Eyes meet across the meadow, you know?
And Manijeh, she sees this impressive Iranian warrior, and she's just as captivated.
And she does something incredibly bold, especially given who she is and who he is.
She sends an invitation, right, through her attendant. Come to my tent.
Knowing full well the danger, the politics, her father's daughter, his enemy.
But they spend the whole day together, talking, connecting, making promises to people from warring worlds.
It's intense. That immediate forbidden spark is really the heart of it all. Puts personal feelings right up against huge political divides.
But oh, Manijeh knows this can't last. They can't just hang out in a tent forever.
Right, so she makes another massive decision. Super risky.
Driven by love, wanting to keep him safe, or at least with her.
She drugs him, gives him a sleeping potion.
And while he's out cold, her attendants carry him back to her private palace, deep inside Turan.
I mean, talk about a gamble, passion, desperation maybe, but incredibly dangerous.
So Bijan wakes up. Imagine that. Not in the meadow anymore.
But in a palace, in enemy territory, with the woman he just fell for.
Must have been confusing, then maybe happy for a bit.
Yeah, the story gives them this brief period of secret happiness.
Yeah.
Hidden away, but, time's ticking.
Because secrets in a royal court, they don't stay secret for long.
Especially not Afrasiab's court. His spies are everywhere. And they find out.
A foreign warrior, an Iranian warrior, in the princess's quarters.
Yeah. The news gets to Afrasiab, and his reaction is predictable.
Absolute fury. He wants Bijan dead immediately.
It makes sense from his perspective, right? Intruder, enemy, messing with his daughter.
But his advisors step in. They're thinking strategy, repercussions, killing a big-name Iranian hero might cause more trouble.
So they talk him down from execution. But the alternative isn't exactly a walk in the park.
No. Bijan gets thrown into this deep, dark pit out in the wilderness somewhere.
And I seal it with a massive boulder, basically burying him alive.
Yeah.
Brutal. Hopeless, it seems.
But Manijeh, wow. Her reaction is just incredible loyalty.
She refuses to abandon him, gives up everything. Her title, her palace, her whole life.
And follows him into exile, finds this pit. She can't free him, obviously. The boulder's huge.
But she stays right there, near the pit. That's a huge character shift, isn't it?
Yes.
Princess to, well, basically an outcast.
It's a total transformation. The story paints this picture of her, once pampered, now in rags, begging for food.
Just to survive,
Oh.
and to pass them down to Bijan through a crack or something.
Her beauty fades, everything changes, except her love for him while he's down there suffering, but knowing she's close.
It's pretty powerful. Shows incredible strength, just in a different way than, say, fighting boars.
Meanwhile, back in Iran, Bijan's been gone a while.
Yeah, his dad, Give, starts getting seriously worried, goes to the king.
Khosrow, who, being wise, consults his mystics, his diviners.
And they use their methods. Scene pool, maybe? And they figure it out.
Bijan's alive, but trapped in a pit in Tehran.
Which naturally means a rescue mission is needed.
And who do you call for an impossible rescue mission in ancient Iran?
Has to be Rostam, right? The ultimate hero.
Exactly. Khosrow tasks Rostam with getting Bijan back.
And Rostam, known for being strong but also smart, doesn't just charge in. He goes undercover.
Disguised as a merchant, leading a caravan.
Yeah.
With Give and some others also in disguise. Sneaky.
It's a classic setup. The hero on a quest, but with this romantic rescue at its heart.
And how does Rostam find the pit? It's not exactly on the map.
Get this, the story says he has a dream, like
Yeah.
divine guidance pointing him in the right direction.
Wow, okay. So he gets close.
And near the pit, who does he find?
Manijeh. Still there. Devoted.
Rostam sees her, hears her story, sees her condition, and he's deeply moved. Her sacrifice, her love. It impresses even the great Rostam.
It really highlights her role, doesn't
Yeah.
it? She's not just a damsel. She's endured so much.
Absolutely. So Rostam promises her he'll save Bijan.
And he's Rostam, so he doesn't just promise. He acts.
Walks up to the pit, grabs that enormous boulder,
The one sealing Bijan's tomb.
and just lifts it away. Single-handedly. Pure heroic strength.
And Bijan is finally free. Weak, probably half blind from the darkness, but alive.
Imagine that reunion. Manijeh seeing him again, freed. Bijan seeing her. After all that, thanks to Rostam.
Incredible moment. But they're still in Tehran. They need to escape.
Right. Rostam has to get him out safely, evades Afrasiab's men, uses his skills.
And they make it back. Triumphant return to Iran.
Khosrow welcomes them back. Big celebration.
And seeing them together, hearing the full story, especially Manijeh's sacrifice. Khosrow does something pretty amazing.
Considering the politics, yeah. She's still Afrasiab's daughter. This is the enemy princess.
But the king gives them his blessing to marry.
Wow. Okay. He puts their love, their ordeal, above the political friction.
Yeah, the court celebrates. Love conquers all, even war between nations kind of thing. It feels quite progressive for an ancient epic.
He really does. But what about Gorgon? The guy whose envy started all this.
Yes. Can't forget him. The story ties up that loose end.
Does he get his comeuppance?
Well, he confesses, admits what he did, why he did it, and he begs Bijan for forgiveness.
After everything Bijan went through because of him.
And Bijan, showing incredible grace, actually forgives him.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, Gorgon isn't like executed or anything. He's spared, but he has to live with what he did. It adds this whole theme of redemption, forgiveness.
So it comes full circle. The envy, the suffering, and then forgiveness. That's quite a journey.
When you look at the whole Shahnameh, all the battles and kings,
Yeah.
the story stands out, doesn't it? Because it's so focused on this romance.
Deeply focused. It dives into forbidden love, loyalty, what people will sacrifice.
The ugliness of envy, too.
Right.
Yeah.
And the power of forgiveness in the end. It adds this whole other emotional layer to the epic tapestry.
It really does highlight those things that feel universal, you know? That theme of star-crossed lovers. You see it everywhere, but this is a powerful ancient Persian version.
And it reminds us that these core human dramas, love, jealousy, sacrifice, they resonate across centuries, across cultures.
So just to kind of wrap up the key bits we've touched on,
We had this forbidden love kicking off between Bijan, the Iranian hero, and Manijeh, the Turanian princess.
face huge challenges. Gorgon's envy setting things in motion, the political divide, Afrasiab's fury, the imprisonment in the pit.
But through Manijeh's incredible devotion and sacrifice, and Rostam's heroic rescue,
Their love won out in the end, even getting the king's blessing for marriage.
a real roller coaster of a story.
It definitely is, and it leaves us with something to think about, maybe for you, listening. In our world, still so full of divides and conflicts, what can we take from a story like this, where love manages to bridge even the deepest political chasms?
Or maybe think about Manijeh, how her journey from princess to this devoted figure enduring hardship, how that changes our idea of what heroism looks like in these old epics. It's not just about fighting, is it?
Really interesting questions to mull over. Definitely prompts you to think about courage and strength in different ways.
So yeah, lots to chew on there.
Absolutely. We really encourage you, if you're interested, to explore more of the Shahnameh, or just think about other stories of love and conflict you know. See what connections you make. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.